So we're on the suite of Lily Langtry, which was an actress back in the 1800s. It is said that she was here often. And not gonna lie, it's a very nice room. Very majestic, very luxurious even. There's 2 bathrooms, high, tall ceilings, and luxurious furniture. Now, there are a lot of portraits of her in this room. I'll show you now. There she is. That's her. And here's another one. Now, we'll see if maybe she may make her presence known, perhaps. So we made it.
We made it to the Menger Hotel, and it's pretty cool. We're about to walk around and check it out, get some footage. We'll check out the bar, see if we see any celebrity guests, and maybe talk to some people. So what else do you know about the hotel?
So I do know that the ghost of Teddy Roosevelt, right? He lingers at the bar, which we'll check out. But there's also the ghost of Captain Richard Keene, who was the founder of Keene Ranch. He would come here very often. He had his own private suite, which he would stay every time he would come down to San Antonio for business for many years, because he bought land at Corpus Christi, which was the original Keene Ranch area.
Right.
That's where it's at. And he passed away in his own suite.
Oh, here?
Yes. Yeah. So unfortunately, we couldn't book the Keene Ranch suite. It was booked out for our dates. But it is said that the bed is the actual bed where Captain Richard died on. So
maybe we can see if we can get in.
Yeah. So supposedly his ghost roams around the 2nd floor.
This is where we are.
3rd floor.
We're on the 2nd floor of the old part of the hotel.
Yes. Yes. When we are in the original building, of the original Menger Hotel, and then as you could see, it started to expand. But this block here, or this building, is the original structure. And so he roams around, and also in his room actually is where most of the paranormal happened. And there's also the ghost of Sally. I forgot her last name. But Sally was a chambermaid. She was working at the hotel under the original management, which was the Menger family, William and Mary. And she was a beloved employee, always dedicated to her work. She loved her work, her duties, chambermaid duties. But she had a very jealous boyfriend who would stalk her and was, the jealous type, and eventually murdered her through 2 gunshot wounds, one in her abdomen, the other one in her spine.
Here in the hotel?
She actually got shot 2 blocks away on her way to work. And she survived for 2 days. 2 days later, she died. And she died in the hotel. And people report seeing her in the 2nd floor again. The 2nd floor is where mostly she's at. And you see her with her maid uniform and clenching towels and sheets. And you see her.
I saw her on the way into the room. Really? There was a lady cleaning.
I did hear some noise.
Walking out.
And they see her as a translucent form, walking in and out of doors and walls. And also sometimes in the room itself. It is said that if you undo your sheets, you could probably see her by the edge of the bed, folding the sheets and towels. So there was a true story, right, where a couple stayed at the hotel, and the lady was taking a shower, and when she got out the shower, she saw a maid, which was Mary, folding sheets and towels.
You mean Sally?
I mean Sally.
Yeah. Mary's the owner, right?
Yeah. And she sprinted out, went to the lobby, and said, "There's someone in my room." But
true story.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much. So she was a beloved employee, like I said, that the Menger family paid for her funeral cost and her coffin. And you actually see the receipt somewhere in the lobby. So we'll go check that out.
You want to go check it out?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if we can get some footage.
Yes.
All right. Orbs. Sally? This is where the original owner died.
It smells like oldness. AKA mildew.
Mildew and colostomy bags.
Yeah. It's interesting because everywhere you walk, there's a different scent. Some stronger than others. Some places more like of a wood, kind of like old wood.
Mm-hmm.
Like right here, it smells different.
Yeah. What does it smell like?
Oh, it's kind of hard, but it's, all I could say, it smells like old.
And as far as hauntings and ghosts, I feel like I guess there's a part of me who thinks it's possible that a terrible act could leave an imprint on reality, and it's possible there could be a remnant of that. But absolutely no to the idea that there's an individual that stays behind and has unfinished business relative to the life that they lived or whatever.
Yeah. I guess it's just like the sense of it, like knowing that murder happened here, suicide has happened here.
Oh my goodness, we're here.
This is do not disturb what you put. Yes, you did.
That's a dirty mirror.
Yes, it is.
Could it be that's ghost juice
You mean,
from a lazy ghost maid, perhaps named Sally?
oh, Sally hasn't been doing her job, maybe.
Oh, that's nice up there. That's so clean.
It almost look like handprints, like someone dragging their hands.
You mean?
Way. I wouldn't touch that.
Oh my gosh. I can see it.
Okay, I got spooked. I got spooked because I saw down and I thought, oh no.
You're gonna fall?
Yeah. This was his private room. Not too far from where we're staying. But supposedly the phenomenons go mostly inside his room, where people report a red orb dancing around the room, apparitions, and like a rattling footsteps. There's a certain smell to this place.
Yeah, what do you think it smells like?
Like history. It kind of smells like old.
Old,
I guess.
dirty Panama Hotel. They have the murder. San Antonio is a pretty cool town.
Very historic, filled with a lot of culture, interesting history too. Overall, a great city.
Yeah.
I love San Antonio.
Yeah. Just wish it would snow more, rain more.
Yeah. I just wish it wasn't that humid.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's great.
The hotel room smells like old dirty mothballs and rotten wood behind sheetrock everywhere you go, and different scents. Like you walk like 30 feet and you get a different scent and a different temperature. And guess what? That's not because you walked up to a ghost. It's because that's where the heater is. Whereas back there, that's not where the heater was.
Yeah. Also, on the non-smoking rooms, there's a smell of cigar, which was definitely obvious and very pungent.
Pungent.
Yes. I mean, I definitely noticed that. I guess that it comes from the vents.
Yeah, and this whole thing has been totally redone, but that doesn't mean that there's still not the remnant of 140 years of heavy cigar smoke in here before it became a non-smoking facility.
Yeah.
You know, a cigar, if you smoke your house out with cigars, you'll always know you smoked your house out with cigars. Same thing with cigarettes.
And the wood gets ruined, walls get ruined.
Yeah.
It's a smell that you pretty much can't get rid of.
Yeah. So we're hoping that tonight, while we're sleeping, we'll get something to record. Maybe some footsteps, maybe some apparitions, even though we're pretty sure that's not going to happen, except for people.
I hope it happens. I honestly hope I get spooked. I hope I get woken up in the middle of the night by someone poking my ribs, or having the sense of I feel like someone's watching me, or seeing the ghost of Sally folding my towels. I really wish to experience that, you know.
I would love that.
I would love that too.
But it's not going to happen. I feel absolutely nothing strange about this place.
Really? I do. I gotta admit, I do feel kind of like a sense of eeriness, strangeness. Just walking into the building, I instantly felt like, oh. But that's because the interior of it all makes me feel like I'm stepping into history. It's very historic.
Yeah, it's very historic.
There's a lot of antique furniture. It's beautiful. So I feel like that's where I get that feeling. But the strange feeling comes from the history of it. There's been murder in this building. There's been suicides. There's been ghosts.
There's been rapes. There's been everything. Everything you can think
I'm sure.
of.
Yeah.
200 years or so.
Yeah. So the fact that, presidents, royalty has been here, you know, it's
celebrities
pretty cool.
having furry parties. Lots of them. There's photos everywhere of like 100 celebrities hanging out together. What do you think they were doing in 1930? But like I went and stood in the closet for 10 minutes. Nothing.
I stared at the mirror. No apparition of a translucent figure.
We need a mirror. Say, look, there's a reflection. Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. Candyman, 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 Candyman.
No. I will point out though that remote there that's standing, I'm sure it was not standing. You say you did not do that. I for sure did not do that. And I feel like I would have noticed that walking in, because I went through every single furniture and I opened every drawer. And I remember opening, you see this remote? I feel like I would have seen that. That would have been obvious for me.
You wouldn't have seen that.
Okay, well, my point is that I went through this drawer, every single one of them. And you see this handle? It's missing, but it's in there. And I know that because I was standing here. Here's the missing piece.
You did go through it.
So I went through this, and I remember even knocking on this. I did not see that like that.
Okay.
So,
Sally White. Let's see if she fixes it. I don't think so. We're going to walk the hotel and find much needed snacks out of the vending machine. I do. Sounds like the ghost of Selena. I hear heavy footsteps.
So when you take a step, the floors obviously creak, but on top of that, it creaks like way ahead of you. Or once you finish giving a step, you hear the creak behind you. So it kind of like everything stretches. Like, you know what I mean? Like you take a step and then you hear it over there.
Listen to me step. Now listen to you step. Now let's listen to you step. Listen to me.
Those voices that were coming from there.
Scotsman.
There's a hair.
I don't know my person.
So, hello.
Successful trip.
All right. Moment of truth.
Should we open the door?
Let's see.
Oh, we lost. Oh my god. I'm okay. Okay. So everything's the same.
Sally. I'm sorry about what happened to you, but you are fired. Goodness, look at this.
So everything's in order. Well, not in order, but you know. Back to how we left it.
Visit our snack bar and treat yourself to some delicious Castleberry's pit-cooked barbecue sandwiches. Cook the Castleberry way, slowly over open pits of glowing charcoal, then season with a sauce that's zesty, yet delightfully mild to please the entire family. Also at the snack bar, you'll find popcorn and soft drinks and candy and French fries to go with your Castleberry's barbecue sandwiches. There's plenty of time before the movie starts, so visit our snack bar right now for Castleberry's pit-cooked barbecue sandwiches.
Here's their best hot water pressure. It took about 10 minutes to get hot. Now it is hot, but it's so soft you can barely wash your hair, if even. Breakfast. Okay, so it's the next day. Did you notice anything strange in the night?
No.
Anything go bump?
No.
Anything touch your feet?
No.
Anything sit on the bed?
No.
Did anything rub your face?
No. No. I was in a light sleep throughout the whole night. I guess I couldn't sleep, but I had a very light sleep. I mean, that's nothing paranormal, though. That's just me.
It's not necessarily anything new either.
Yeah.
You do kind of sleep light.
Yeah.
But I did sleep kind of light, and my neck hurt, but that was because it was a new bed. There was a strange tap, 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 tap on the pipe.
Yeah.
Starting this morning. But what that is when someone uses the hot water somewhere in the hotel and they drain it, and then it's going through the pipes. It does that, and it does it for like an hour and a half straight, the exact same sound. Footsteps.
But then again, there's a room ahead of us.
There's a room all around us, except for that way in front of the pool. In terms of the hotel, I felt like it's a pretty nice hotel. I'd give it...
very beautiful hotel.
What would you rank it on 5 stars?
I'd give it 4 stars. It's a very beautiful building on the inside as well as the outside. A nice patio, beautiful furniture. It looks very majestic in the inside. Like the architectural stone cuts is very beautiful.
I think I feel the exact same way. But what about like on a paranormal or a ghostly side?
0.
0.
I had no strange occurrences happen. Nothing that I couldn't be able to explain.
If you read online, it's literally the same thing with the ghost tour. It's just a sales tactic. I mean, it's just to get somebody excited about something, and that's okay. We don't want to be party poopers on that, but you can always just save a bit of the money. If you want to stay somewhere like this, which was close to $400 for the night, it's a great room, cool hotel. There's some other cool hotels in town, but you could probably just stay here in one of the cheaper rooms and get the same experience because the lobby and the bar is probably the best part of the hotel. And the ghost tour was only like $4 a ticket. And our tour guide was pretty cool. He did a good job. And you got to provide a tip. But that's all that stuff is. It's just a sales tactic. Like there's the book they give you. That's the Haunted History of San Antonio with the same 30 stories that are the only ones you can find on the internet because
same stories online.
No one's creative enough to write about the other 10 million murders that occurred in the last 200 years here. Whoa. Yeah. But cool hotel. Glad we came and stayed. Now we're going to go check out the Riverwalk a bit, maybe get some lunch, and then we're off to check out the haunted railroad tracks.
Yes. That should be interesting. I hope we get pushed.
We got to get some baby powder.
Yes.
For the ghost kids.
Yes. We'll explain more of that.
Their butts could be chapped.
Is that what you think it's for? Well, no. It's not for that.
Well, what's baby powder for?
Well, we'll use it for, I guess, evidence. You know how forensic accountants sprinkle like some powder to look at fingerprints? Something like that. But we'll use baby powder instead of the powder they use. Okay. Sounds good. So we'll see what we find. Look at that carpet. There's a spot. Do you see that too? Or is it just me? Oh, I guess. Oh, it's the light. It's the light.
This is the patio where Teddy Roosevelt had his meeting with the Rough Riders, setting up his original motley crew. Okay,
we checked out officially.
Yes.
The one thing we forgot to review, well, actually two, was the food and the history of the hotel. What did you think on the food?
The food was excellent.
Yeah.
Very good.
It was very good. For a hotel, it was excellent. But the coffee and the orange juice was out of this world. Orange juice was amazing. Yeah. And then the history of the hotel, it's pretty good. On a 5-star, what are you going to give it?
4-star.
In terms of the history of like interesting events around it, I give it like 3.5 to 4. Interesting that, it survived a lot. It went through a lot of changes, but the murder and death history is pretty nah. I mean, the most interesting thing was the Lady Mary Shelley.
That's a different story.
Yeah, what's her name?
Sally White.
Sally White. Yeah, that was the most interesting in terms of like them using Teddy Roosevelt's ghost just because he came to stay here and they don't have anything interesting to talk about. And they decided to say, "Oh, Teddy Roosevelt's ghost is here," so it gives it a reason for people to come stay. But overall, cool hotel, good food. It was excellent service. I'd say it was excellent service. And some of the best orange juice I've ever had. And so we'll probably come back.
So we're back after our haunted tour of San Antonio and our walking tour of the hotel. And the room smells like mothballs and mildew and
Old wood, I would say.
old wood, but it's more like old rotten wood behind sheetrock.
Only if you think about this place has been more than 100 years here.
150-ish.
I'd say probably like 200.
No, 107.
More than 150 years.
Yeah, 170-ish, because it was 1859 that it became a hotel. Right? Or no, it was built in 1859. He died in 1871. She converted it to a hotel in the late 1870s.
No, it was already a hotel. It was first a brewery.
Yeah.
And then when they got married with Mary Glitzner, man, I should have brought my notes. She had a boarding house. And they thought, okay, let's just combine us two and let's do a hotel. It started off with, I think, 50 rooms. And then it expanded to 90 rooms. But this was early 1800s.
Oh.
Yeah, early 1800s, and then Civil War happened.
Yeah.
And then the Spanish-American War. And
I think it says the hotel was founded in 1859 on the plaque down there. So maybe it turned to a hotel in 1859.
yeah.
It certainly smells like 200 years of cover-up CYA construction.